Stop scrolling, because if your plants aren't blooming, you're probably making one simple mistake, and it's killing your flowers. You water them, you give them sunlight, maybe you even talk to them, but still, no blooms, just leaves. Lots of leaves. Here's the truth most beginners don't realize. Flowering plants don't bloom just because they're alive. They bloom because the conditions are perfectly right, and missing just one key factor can stop flowering completely. In this video, I'm going to show you 9 powerful gardening tips that can transform your plants from dull and lifeless into a stunning explosion of color. These are the exact techniques experienced gardeners use to get bigger, brighter, longer-lasting blooms without expensive tools or complicated setups. Whether you're growing roses, orchids, marigolds, or indoor flowering plants, these tips will unlock your plant's full blooming potential. And make sure you watch until the end, because tip number 9 is something almost nobody talks about, yet it can completely change how often your plants flower. Ready to turn your plants into bloom machines? 1. Give them the right light. If your plant looks healthy but refuses to bloom, light is almost always the hidden problem. Flowering plants need energy to produce blooms, and that energy comes directly from sunlight. Without enough light, your plant shifts into survival mode, focusing on growing leaves instead of flowers. Most flowering plants require at least 6 to 8 hours of bright sunlight every day. Plants like roses, hibiscus, and marigolds absolutely thrive in full sun. On the other hand, some plants like begonias and impatiens prefer partial shade, but even they still need consistent brightness. One of the biggest mistakes people make is placing flowering plants in dim indoor corners. It might look nice aesthetically, but your plant is silently struggling. Here's a simple trick. Observe your plant. If it's stretching toward the light or growing long, weak stems, it's begging for more sunlight. If natural light is limited, you can also use grow lights to mimic sunlight and boost blooming. Remember, no light equals no flowers. It's that simple. So before you blame your fertilizer or watering routine, check your lighting first. Fix this one factor, and you might see buds forming sooner than you expect. 2. Water smart. Not too much. Watering seems simple, but it's one of the biggest reasons plants fail to bloom. Most people think more water equals healthier plants. In reality, overwatering can suffocate roots, leading to weak growth and zero flowers. Flowering plants prefer soil that is consistently moist but never soggy. When roots sit in water for too long, they can't breathe, and the plant becomes stressed, and stressed plants don't bloom. Instead of watering on a fixed schedule, check the soil first. Stick your finger about an inch deep. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still moist, wait. Morning watering is best. It allows plants to absorb moisture before the heat of the day and prevents fungal issues that can happen with evening watering. Also, always make sure your pots have proper drainage holes. No drainage equals trapped water, and that's a fast way to kill blooms. Underwatering isn't great either. If the soil dries out completely for too long, buds can drop before they even open. The goal is balance. Master this, and your plants will reward you with stronger growth and more consistent flowering. 3. Use the right soil mix. Your plant's roots are only as strong as the soil they grow in. If your soil is too compact, too sandy, or lacking nutrients, your flowering plants will struggle, no matter how much you water or fertilize. The ideal soil for flowering plants is loose, well-draining, and rich in organic matter. This allows roots to breathe, absorb nutrients, and grow freely. A great mix includes garden soil, compost, and a draining material like perlite or sand. Compost is especially powerful. It slowly releases nutrients that support continuous blooming. Another important factor is soil pH. Many flowering plants prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil. If the pH is off, your plant may not absorb nutrients properly, even if they're present. If you're using old soil, it might be depleted of nutrients. Refreshing or replacing soil can instantly boost plant performance. Think of soil as your plant's foundation. If the foundation is weak, the flowers will be too. Invest in good soil, and you'll see the difference not just in growth, but in the number, size, and color of your blooms. 4. Feed with flower-boosting fertilizer. If you want more flowers, you need to feed your plants the right way. Not all fertilizers are created equal. Some promote leafy growth, while others are specifically designed to encourage blooming. For flowering plants, phosphorus is the key nutrient. It plays a major role in bud formation and flower development. That's why bloom fertilizers often have a higher middle number in their ratio, like 10-30-10. Many beginners unknowingly use high nitrogen fertilizers, which produce lush green leaves but very few flowers. Feeding should be done regularly during the growing season, typically every 2 to 3 weeks, but be careful not to over-fertilize, as this can damage roots and reduce blooming. Liquid fertilizers are fast-acting, while slow-release fertilizers provide nutrients over time. Both can be effective when used correctly. Organic options like compost tea or bone meal can also boost flowering naturally. The key is consistency and balance. When your plant gets the nutrients it needs, it has the energy to produce more buds and keep them coming. Feed wisely, and your plant won't just grow, it will bloom like never before. 5. Prune and deadhead regularly. If you're not pruning your flowering plants, you're missing out on one of the easiest ways to multiply blooms. Deadheading, removing faded or dying flowers, signals the plant to produce more blooms instead of focusing on seed production. It's like telling your plant, don't stop, keep going. Simply cut or pinch off old flowers just above a leaf node. This encourages new growth and more flower buds. Pruning also helps shape your plant and prevents it from becoming leggy or overcrowded. Better airflow means healthier plants and fewer diseases. Some plants, like roses and petunias, respond incredibly well to regular pruning. The more you trim, the more they bloom. But timing matters. Avoid heavy pruning during extreme heat or just before flowering season. Use clean, sharp tools to prevent damage and infection. This small habit can make a difference of life. Instead of a few flowers here and there, you'll start seeing continuous waves of blooms throughout the season. 6. Keep ideal temperature. Temperature plays a bigger role in flowering than most people realize. Every plant has its comfort zone. Too hot or too cold, and the plant shifts into survival mode, pausing flower production. Most flowering plants thrive in moderate temperatures, between 18 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. Extreme heat can cause buds to drop before they bloom, while cold temperatures can slow growth completely. Indoor plants can also suffer from sudden temperature changes, like air conditioning drafts or heat from windows. Outdoor plants may need protection during heat waves or cold snaps. Simple solutions like shade cloths or moving pots can make a big difference. Humidity also matters. Some plants, especially tropical ones, need higher humidity to bloom properly. If your plant suddenly stops flowering, check the temperature conditions. It might not be your watering or fertilizer. It could be environmental stress. Keeping your plant comfortable allows it to focus on what you want most, producing beautiful, healthy flowers. 7. Repot when needed. Sometimes the reason your plant isn't blooming has nothing to do with care, it's simply out of space. When roots become crowded, they compete for water and nutrients, leaving little energy for flowering. Signs your plant needs repotting include roots growing out of drainage holes, slow growth, or soil drying out too quickly. Moving your plant to a slightly larger pot gives roots room to expand and access more nutrients, but don't go too big. Oversized pots can hold too much moisture, leading to root rot. Fresh soil also provides a new supply of nutrients, giving your plant a fresh start. Repotting may temporarily slow flowering as the plant adjusts, but soon after, you'll see stronger growth and more blooms. Think of it as upgrading your plant's home. More space, better resources, and less stress, all leading to healthier, happier flowering plants. 8. Keep pests away. Even the healthiest plant won't bloom if it's under attack. Pests like aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies feed on plant sap, weakening the plant and reducing its ability to produce flowers. Sometimes the damage isn't obvious until blooming stops. Regularly inspect your plants, especially under leaves and along stems. Early detection is key. Natural solutions like neem oil or a mild soap spray can effectively control pests without harming your plant. Keeping your plants clean also helps. Dusty leaves reduce photosynthesis, limiting energy for blooms. Healthy plants are more resistant to pests, so proper care is your first line of defense.
Don't ignore small infestations. They can quickly become big problems. Protect your plants and they'll reward you with continuous, vibrant flowers. 9. Be patient and consistent. This might be the most overlooked tip, but it's also the most powerful. Flowering doesn't happen overnight. Many plants need time to mature before they start producing blooms. If you constantly change care routines, you can actually delay flowering. Plants thrive on consistency. Regular watering, steady light, and proper feeding create a stable environment where blooming can happen naturally. Avoid the temptation to fix things too often. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stay consistent and give your plant time. Patience builds stronger plants, and stronger plants produce better flowers. If you've been doing everything right, trust the process. Your plant is working behind the scenes, preparing to bloom, and when it finally does, it will be worth the wait. Now you